this item was tabled at the last council meeting after Ms. Gee came in and spoke to all of you. At that time, the council asked for more information on what it would actually take to bring it into compliance. Justin put a punch list in your packet to look at. There's also, you gave it to the owner as well, did you not?
Yes.
Yeah. Based on that inspection, we're just kind of threw together some dollar amounts. We're looking at excess of $30,000 minimum just to start bringing that structure into code. No permits have been issued, no work has started that we've seen. So it's back to council to decide which one to do it.
We're at the point now where if we really wanted to proceed, it would be the 90 days, or it would be, we're
You can
done.
make the decision tonight, whatever you want. You can
Okay.
get more time, you can vote to demo if you want.
What did we tell her? I thought we.
Oh, is this
It was
agreement?
pretty confusing on what you guys wanted, so we took it as it was tabled to this meeting. You guys didn't wanna make a decision until you had a bunch list of things, whether you were gonna extend it or,
Is that the way you-
That's kind of what I understood.
When Mark was talking, that we were giving them until the beginning of, like, we were getting an update, we were giving them until March, because I mean,
No,
that's.
because
I
Nick-
would disagree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because Nick
but
brought
okay,
up
then-
about, you know, the punch list, and yeah.
I think last meeting it was more about making sure that the homeowner understood all of the things that need to be completed and not just fixing the main roof on the porch and calling it a day, because it's far from that.
Right.
Justin, your report, it talked about the windows. I drove by there today and I know that there were windows that were partially replaced. Were they replaced within this process or were they replaced, do you know when they were replaced? They look like they are a while ago.
At least 5, I don't know, how long it's been gone. Dave's the one that did it. So,
probably closer to 10.
Probably
Yeah.
closer to 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
And, I mean, they still have stickers on them and the trim's not there. There's, I mean, everything on your list is the things that we can talk about. It doesn't talk about at all what the interior flooring,
Right.
I mean, the punch list is the minimum to say it's code and they turn the water on. It's, I don't know what the rest of the inside looks like.
And the big note there, at the top of the front page, you'll see if the estimates are over 50% of the value of the house, the entire structure has to be brought up to 2018 International Residential Code. So it'll be much higher than what's estimated in here, because now it's not just what I listed, it's the entire house. The whole electrical has to be replaced, all the plumbing has to be replaced.
Did you give this to the owner?
I did give this to the owner without our estimates on, so
Okay,
that
well, that's fine.
the electrical
What,
space.
did you
could
get
get
an answer?
done.
Did you get an answer from them?
I have not received anything back. She picked that up last Thursday, I believe.
The question he asked, what happens now if we,
My understanding is you can make a decision tonight. That's why I took her last meeting.
Either
So
go forward with condemnation or give her more time.
you can demo it or give more time if you like.
I think she was leaning harder on that person buying it than she was actually repairing it.
so we condemn it,
She has for-
how many days is that we running?
You've already been through the process,
So
so
that's-
it would
this
be,
is- okay.
it would be as soon as possible.
So, and I think that's what I was asking. So we,
Yeah.
back at the beginning, we've done this, we gave the 90 days, cause if I remember, we're talking about this been months.
Yeah, last meeting was
More
it was,
time.
no, last meeting was 30 days past the 90 days, because we gave it another month after the 30 days. or after the 90.
During that time, she did get
The other house, I'm considering that too. I just feel like we were a long way last time from perception of what needed to be done versus what we were really asking to be done.
Well,
That
and in the
concerns
2
me
weeks-
mightily.
And in the 2 weeks since our last meeting, nothing has been done.
Not that I've seen. She's not pulled any permits, she's not done.
Well, that, at least a call, would have been,
That's
a call
right.
to you.
That's what I mean, yeah,
You-
that's it too.
It's been pulling hair to make contact with her.
Come on.
The day after our last council meeting, I created this punch list, and I tried to call her that night, got no answer, can't leave a voicemail. I called the second night, and she said she'll come pick it up the next day. She wasn't there the next day, she came the day after that. Which I guess would have been Friday. And I have not made any contact with her since.
That fulfills our obligations doing that.
Did we give her an extension?
Yes.
No, we did once.
We gave a 30-day extension.
I'm just looking at the minutes, it said she informed the council and asked for an extension till the end of February. Did we?
Which we had extended to that already, because we knew there were two involved, and
Yeah,
I just remember Mark being-
We gave it to her, but we also wanted a punch list.
I just remember Mark wanting to go to the end when she was here, but I don't know, what,
I think the official thing voted on, I could be corrected by Jamie, was.
There was no motion.
No.
Everybody just agreed to table it, so.
I think Nick made the final call to table it, and that's where we ended up.
what happens if we go to demolish it and all of a sudden she comes up with a buyer or a contractor or whatever?
If you think she believes the February date, make a motion tonight to extend it to the February date. And that at least gives her a little bit more time.
I got a question.
If we hit the February date.
We're looking, the cost to fix this for the square footage of that house, I mean, it just, to me, it doesn't make any sense to even try to fix it.
well, I think that was the point of the
Yeah,
punch list. We recognize that.
Invest in my place.
I understand that,
And
but
it's a
you're,
small square footage.
yeah, but you're not starting all over.
No.
I don't think she has a realistic,
Yeah.
view of what has, it was pretty rosy when she was talking.
I do have another question, do we have neighbors, asking about it or anything like that? Is it a nuisance to other neighbors around the area? The neighbors complain about the animals going in and out. I saw 3 foxes come out one day when I was driving down the street myself, so. It's definitely got,
Is it
Animals.
an eyesore? Or is that?
There's
I haven't
two-
driven by it, so.
two vehicles and boat just sitting there.
and if, would it be something that, I mean, we're going through the condemnation process, but would it be something if the kid went up there, would they get hurt possibly messing around the house?
There's nothing that says that those foxes living there could be rabid, come up and bite somebody walking down the street. I mean,
The front main porch of that is falling in.
I just have an issue because this isn't anything new and we've been going for months at this point, and we're getting nowhere. And she does come up to meetings and she provides a very good case, but we've seen no progress at all about it. So, that's my 2 cents.
I think we should go ahead with condemnation, but that's my 2 cents.
I don't wanna keep kicking it down the road, but I also, if I were given a punch list of this, what I have to do, I feel like there would have to be some time to reach out to contractors to get that result. I wish she was here tonight, she's been coming, because that's what I would tell her in person today, is, alright, we've given you the punch list. Our expectation is it's all of these things that get completed, it's not just fix the roof and tell me it's done. I just don't want people to invest in places and then us feel like we're in a hard spot of not being able to continue the job when we know that that's what we said we wanted to be done. So I feel like there has to be some ample time for her to accomplish that. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but that's.
I don't think that she will I don't think she'll pursue that. When she saw the punch list, I think she thought she could put a new roof on it and sell it.
I think the porch roof.
I think it's more sentimental. I don't think that she fully recognizes how bad it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of an emotion sentimental thing. Because she keeps talking about the cabinets and the windows are gray, and they are.
But there's probably nobody been living there in 10 years,
Right,
at least.
at least.
No, that's not a big consideration, but you know it can't be in living in town.
Have you been inside it, Justin?
I have not been inside. It was secured with a lock, and the only place that was not secured was unstable.
When were these pictures taken?
That's not my house.
So that's the other.
Okay.
That's the one there.
Those were taken last month.
This has been, showing this October.
Yeah, probably at least, because it had been 90, so last meeting would have been 90 days plus. Oh, 2 meetings ago. 2 meetings ago would have been 90 days, just over 90 days, so 4 months.
So when you talked to her, did she realize that she didn't have much time? Or was she under the impression the same as I, that she had to live?
I've explained to her several times that it's up to your decision, and that it could come tomorrow. That she's been given ample time, she's 30 days past the 90 days now. You guys could vote tomorrow to demo it and be gone. In fact, the last conversation I had with her, the last meeting she came here, I convinced her to come here, because she wanted me to speak before you guys, telling her that she wants to save it and get all the stuff out of it. Your best bet is to come here and talk yourself. Yeah, that's why she was here. I honestly don't know that she would have came if I hadn't told her. But
Does it appear to have a lot of stuff in it?
looking through the windows, there's some things in there, yeah. A good weekend, I think you could have the valuable stuff out that she wanted to keep.
That's what I'm wondering, if we shouldn't say, hey, you got 2 weeks to get stuff out, because we're proceeding with the condemnation.
I would think that would be fair. I think her concern, or her plan anyway, was to save the house to use it as a storage facility. Because she has a lot of her mother's things in there. But can't do that with the primary structure of property. It won't have a whole,
Would it be a dumb idea to send her a certified letter that states that that's our intention? Because it sounds like she's dodging him.
I mean, our intention is that we give her, that it's
That this
gonna
was
be condemned.
discussed,
that
and,
you have this long-
you know, that consensus of the council is that at the next meeting, we'll vote to condemn the property, and you need to make contact with him and,
Get your stuff out of there.
yeah, get your stuff out, or prove progress, or you sold it, or, but it's harder to, I don't wanna say this, avoid some type of certified mail or something, I know that costs money, but that way she's been notified, you have that in writing, one way or another, whether she's even taken the service.
It'll probably take more than 2 weeks, cause I bet she doesn't pick it up, I mean, they'll try 3 different times, so.
that was the problem the first time it was
Yeah.
delivered.
So the first resolution that we passed was July. When you,
Where does she live?
Across from school.
Right across from school.
Can't we just?
so in July is when you ordered the repairs.
That
You
house
told
doesn't need to.
her that you had 90 days to bring it up to code.
So we can't send it certified and stick it in the court?
Yeah, we can.
I'm just saying it's gonna, if she refuses it or doesn't pick it up, she's not gonna get it, and it's gonna take longer than 2 weeks.
No, I wouldn't respond to that, I was just going.
Right,
was going
I
by
understand, I'm just
resolution
saying that,
to find out
that
what
gives us a
the-
little,
Yeah.
look, we, cause that'll be a month that she's been.
I think.
What-
Yeah, I think we're just delaying it 2 weeks, but I don't have any problem doing it. I mean, it's gonna be, unless the snow clears. Anybody gonna go in there in 2 weeks and do it?
Pull the stuff out of it or demolish it?
Demolish it.
Seen Mid-America demolish stuff in the mud.
Yeah. I mean, I'd just like to see her be able to get her stuff out, keep sakes or what have you, and just be done with it.
So can we make a motion to demolish it, but give her 2 weeks to get her stuff out?
Yeah, you can make a motion, demolish it, and then we can delay the actual demolition for,
2 weeks?
2 weeks or
And that's
February
over plenty of
11th.
time.
Yes, it might take a little bit to get bids, so it might be least.
Yeah, but whatever till 2 weeks, that way she's not locked
Give
in.
it 3 weeks.
Minimum
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
Wanna do that?
That seems more fair. It shouldn't be, I don't expect that there'll be any demo before the next meeting, so you may actually, some changes, you can definitely revisit it, but.
Well, that's where I guess, again, I don't wanna keep kicking it, but I wonder if we table it till the next meeting with the intent that we reach out to her and tell her this is gonna be where this goes. That way we do give the ample time and we don't have to worry about somebody getting bid and getting it, you know.
Well, I can go ahead and get bids, and if you want, I can send a letter and maybe say this is the cost of demolition as well, just to give that option.
How do we notify somebody that we've taken that action in a normal case?
We send certified. Yeah,
So
we-
it's six,
we-
I mean,
yeah,
we're gonna do the same thing one way or another.
Yeah, the
And we won't
the
be able
first
to do-
notice, the first notice was in May. Well, it was before May, but yeah, it was in May, when it all started.
We could do what
And then we sent a
Still
certified
good.
letter, notifying the hearing, and then we sent another certified letter saying that you have 90 days.
Justin posts these on the door.
Or post on the door, or post in the paper, so.
We can do it tonight, still give it to you.
That's what I think, rather than waiting and then give 2 weeks
Yeah,
more.
I know it's hard here at the very end, but these surprises didn't happen in the last 90 days.
No.
We've been communicating.
Well, it's been going on since July,
Yeah.
so
So,
in this case, we.
Probably won't, yeah. Okay.
I would make a motion to move forward with the condemnation for Greenwood property.
No second.
Motion by Nick, seconded by Joe for condemnation for Greenwood proper to proceed. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, let's move on to the condemnation review at 406 South 7th Main.
Let me pull this resolution up real quick, sorry. We kind of I started this process in early August when I sent a kind of a courtesy letter out to the owner, just saying, you know, this structure's in really bad shape, we need to talk about it, give me a call. It was sent up to an address up in Kansas City area to the owner, Holly Papish, Shallow Larson, who are sisters. Ms. Papish was the one that responded to me and said, yeah, I know it's bad, I know it needs demoed. You know, I'll call around and get some information, and I expect we can have it demoed by the end of the year. In the meantime, I think I got in the middle of a family thing because her sister called me and said, I didn't know anything about this, and why am I not being notified? I said, well, I can send everything to you, and she was, you know, she was fine with that, you know, just be notified and, want to be involved in the process, but I've not heard from her since. We did have a public hearing October the 8th. And it's just up for review tonight on what you want to do with it. I kind of expected somebody would say something or be here or something, but I haven't heard anything.
You haven't heard anything in the 90 days ago?
So there's whatever you're ready.
And those are, I think those are the pictures you have in your package.
What is not pictured because I couldn't make access was a fairly large hole in the roof, through the kitchen area, that took out the ceiling in the kitchen area and then took out the floor in the kitchen and living room as well.
So you say there's a whole roof that's running all the way through the roof, through the floor, and into the foundation.
It is structurally unsound.
Is there any reason not to?
I think with the scrappers got a hold of it too, so there's really not a piece of metal in that place. I think that's why that porch collapsed, is the metal beams went away, so it's kind of what me and Holly talked about.
Make a motion to start the condemnation, or end the condemnation process at 406 Santa Fe. However I'm supposed to say that.
I guess just proceed with that.
Proceed with demo at 406 Santa Fe.
I'll second it.
Got a motion by Joe, second by Ladonna, to proceed with the demolition of 406 South Santa Fe. All in favor? Unanimous?
I move that the governing body recess in the executive session for non-elected personnel regarding a police employee pursuant to KSA 754319B1 to include the mayor, city attorney, city administrator, police chief, and city clerk. The open meeting will resume in the council chamber at 6:31 p.m.
I'll second.
Got a motion by Ladonna, second by Joe, to move into executive session for non-elected personnel with providing police. All in favor? Unanimous. Call meeting back to order. Let's move into old business. Nick?
Water tower, is it dependent on the other project?
No,
Is it about ready?
it was, it was about ready. It's delayed by the engineer a little bit because the paint didn't pass testing. It had some little pits in it. We just found this out, yesterday? That it didn't pass. I guess there's a test where they apply a voltage to the surface, and if it's got pores, then they can notice. So it's got little pores, and I learned a new term. They're called holidays, which I had no idea that it had holidays in it. So they went back and they coated it to try and fill the pits, and now it's too thick by standard. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. It was a lose-lose on that one.
So they're gonna have to strip the water tower?
It's possible, it's the inside. Just the inside, not the outside, sorry. Yeah, it's, because it can't have pits in it if it's potable water, because the pits will hold bacteria and so. And then there's apparently a standard that says it has to be a minimum this thickness and a maximum of this thickness. I don't know that the maximum matters as much, but we're gonna find that out.
Okay. I'm gonna be done.
Joe?
I wanted to ask something, I'm afraid to now.
Ask if KDHE has said anything about funding.
Is it gonna be held?
On the McKay thing,
Mhm.
are we gonna mill the road down or not? Do I have that in my head?
All depending. We definitely need to resurface it after the project's done. Now, whether we mill it, I don't know. It depends on how the curb comes out.
Okay, but it's not part of that project.
Not part of the project. We'll have to decide on
I
that
didn't think it was, but for some reason.
later.
I had it in my head.
That's another thing. Well, I'm going to talk to the engineers about that next, because we're going to have to pave that, and I don't know that it can be done this year. We might have a little torn up road till next spring, but we'll see how it works out.
Thank you.
Tom? No. Karen?
Yes, I do. I want to know where we are on the non-working, uninsured, vehicles, untagged vehicles. I noticed the one on Coyote is still sitting there.
Yeah.
And I know that that's the problem that I emailed you about. They've only moved him behind the garage.
Okay.
I mean, that's not addressing the problem.
No, it's not.
Moving the problem.
I think did I get one in court sent to me?
That's one of the addresses.
Maybe you got one in court.
I may have gotten one of the vehicles sent to me in court. Once they get served notice, they're not dogged for a bit, and then they have a first
Right.
appearance. But I may have gotten one vehicle sent to me.
I just happened to notice that when I walked my dogs, that they were moved from the front yard back behind the garage on the easement.
Okay. Yeah, that's not adequate.
I didn't think so.
we'll stay on them.
Trailers, out of Camptown, we were told that wasn't zoned for trailers and they would be moved eventually by Adam, when Adam was here, he said, that they couldn't store those trailers there, they'd be moved, but.
Well, we tried to put an ordinance together and then it really didn't work out.
But, so they can be anywhere? Okay,
Essentially, yeah.
okay.
Because I think somebody even made the point in council that there's other trailers throughout town. People are
Right,
using them as
right.
garages, and I honestly hadn't noticed before until I started looking, and
There's quite a
so,
few.
yeah,
Okay,
it complicates
then
things a little bit.
Fireworks out there.
Yeah.
Because I thought they could only shoot them, we passed, we didn't change our ordinance from June 27th to July 5th, so why are they
Right.
allowed to shoot them all the
You're
time?
allowed, they're allowed a special use or a special permit, and
And do they have to pay
Jim.
for that permit?
no.
No. They've contacted me every time. This last me and Justin went out there and talked to them. And, this was kind of I don't know why they had one this time of year. Plans are, I think, is to have 2 a year, which they've been
Well,
doing.
they've already had more than 2 this year since they've been open.
Yeah, since they've been open, yeah.
Yeah, well, but they had 2 nights in a row this last week.
This was their big shoot-off, wasn't it?
This
Yeah.
was their shoot off, but
Yeah.
they don't usually have this shoot off in the winter time. Cause it was 15 degrees out there when they did this, so. Yeah, she calls and gets,
I just feel like they need to have a permit. I mean, I don't know, maybe not.
I mean, we've
I mean,
tried to do the best we
I
can
don't
as
shoot
setting up a safe area for it.
Right.
So, I mean, we're verifying that, and they are notifying us, so, yeah.
So that's kind of the extent of it. Okay.
I mean, if somebody wants to have a party and they want to shoot fireworks, they can also call and,
Get a permit?
and get a permit, and we can inspect it, make sure it's a safe area, and, yeah,
They can do it.
they can do
Yeah,
it.
okay.
We've had that with school events and then homecoming. They
Okay.
always do it at homecoming too.
Okay. That's all I have. So,
City administrators reports, John?
We already covered the water tower. No, we have not heard from KDHE on funding yet, so our sewer plant project is still delayed. I have reached out over and over, and it's still held up by the finance company.
are you documenting every time you reach out?
Yes, and because we were told that they would have numbers to us, and we had to respond by the end of
That's right.
January to have our plan,
They were gonna have the numbers and they were giving us till the end of January, remember?
They're
yeah.
giving us numbers
By the end
before
of
the end of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before, the week before Christmas.
And we've yet to receive.
We've yet to receive it, and at this point, since they told us that we have a deadline, I think we need a waiver, we need something from them that says they're delaying us, and, yeah. On the wastewater funding, we did hold an open house at the library on Monday. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't the best. We only had a couple of people show up. I did do a KOEM interview, and we do have another open house on Monday, February the 9th. This one is in the afternoon from 3 to 7, I believe. Everybody got a pamphlet in their water bill. We'll have a new pamphlet go in this water bill. We put it in the newspaper, we put pamphlets at the library. So we try to make sure we got the word out that we're having this open house, and the couple of people that came, I think, and we've heard this at City Hall a few times, it was older people who didn't realize that, I think they thought that we were gonna raise their bill $16 a month every month for the next 7 years, which, I mean, they read it differently than I would have read it. So, I tried to do my best to write it so the most people would understand it. I kind of went round and round for a week on that as to how I word this so everybody understands it, but, I mean, that's why I have these. So people have questions, then come in, and she's like, oh, okay, well, that makes more sense. So, the people that did come, they left, with more information, and I feel pretty good about it afterwards. We have had the questions come up, have we looked at grant opportunities for this? As you know, we've been talking about this since 2018, something like that. We don't qualify for CDBG grants. The USDA has been stripped of all their funding in the state of Kansas. There's not enough money to go around. So we're taking advantage of the SRF low-interest loan. Of course, it comes with a $2 million loan forgiveness, $2 million from the Department of Commerce, and then the other contribution for the remediation of the lagoons will save us about $5 to $6 million. So our $20.9 million projects, probably best case, could be as low as 12, probably something like 15. So if we get to that point and we have a good solid number as to what this really is going to call it or what this is going to cost us, I think we go back, we look at our rates and make sure that we're doing the best that we can for our residents. But we don't have a choice, and the people that did call me and did come to the open house, they understood by the thing that we don't have a choice. We have to do this. It's just how we're going to fund it. I did provide you a finance report that is current through December 31st, and I kind of did a pre-audit over the past week just to make sure that everything's accounted for and is reported properly before I send it off to the next auditor, or the real auditor. Most of our revenues came in slightly above projections. I feel like we controlled the expenses well. The general fund only expended 83% of its budget. The utility funds do show that we're over budget, but that's due to pending reimbursements from the state. So our sewer fund, of course, we can't ask for reimbursements on engineering fees until our loan is approved. So we're holding those, and then we'll be reimbursed after that. So overall, ending 2025, we'll end with about $250,000 than we did at the end of 2024. $250,000 more. I think that's it. Anybody have any questions for me?
Chairman hasn't been contacted by KDHE?
No, I spoke to Josh yesterday, and he hasn't heard from him either.
Anybody else have any questions, John? Thank you, John. Council member comments? No, sir. Joe?
Just that, hey Justin, when you put that together, can you give us a little detail? No.
Tom? No. Karen?
No.
LaDonna?
No.
Kyle?
No, sir.
Great job on the roads.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, and then, got to get up in the middle of the night to fix the water tower real quick, so. Anyway, thank you for staying on top of all that. It's much appreciated.
Good crew, they picked up, I can.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. Got a motion by Tom, second by Kyle for adjournment, all in favor? You got it.
Will a couple of you guys stay to be interviewed?